guys, so in today's video, this is going to be part 3 of all my American Girl dolls. I split this up into 4 parts because I have so many dolls to cover, and I did a video like this in like the same format a couple years ago, so I figured I'd just do it again. In the first part, we covered all of my Girl of the Year dolls. In the last part, we covered all my historical characters, and now we're on to all of my Truly Me dolls. So basically all the dolls that are basically just generic, released by American Girl, don't come with names, and just have, you know, a bunch of random looks. I think I have the most Truly Me dolls, surprisingly, out of any line from American Girl. I will also be able to go a little more in depth with each of these dolls in terms of like how I got them, because each one usually has her own unique story. And I'll also be telling you how a lot of them got their names. I've had to get really creative with names. Some of them do have full names, some of them have last names, some of them only have their first name. Now if you have any suggestions for any like last names or middle names for some of them, I'd be more than happy to hear, because a couple of my dolls have actually been named by my viewers. We will meet those dolls as we go through this tour, but for now let's go ahead and jump right into it. So the oldest and the first Truly Me doll I have here, she was not my first doll. This is Autumn. She is Truly Me number 17. She's a Pleasant Company doll. I got her this past summer. I did thrift her, and I figured, you know, I don't have very many like really old, or I don't actually have any old like pre-American Girl Truly Me dolls, so I just decided to, you know, bring her home for more of like educational purposes. But she does actually look a lot like me when I was younger, and I could have totally had her when I was a lot younger if I had been into American Girl dolls back then. Her name was suggested by one of my viewers on TikTok. If you are interested in for a chance to name one of my dolls, I usually do post about them on places like Instagram and TikTok when I first get them, and I am more than open to name suggestions because everyone is usually so creative and I like to pick names that suit the dolls. Next up, this is my first Truly Me number 23. This is Charlotte. She was a birthday gift back in 2017, so I'm going on exactly 7 years with her. I got her at the American Girl store in Charlotte, and that's how she got her name, because she was named after the city. I was also born in Charlotte, and she was also meant to be my look-alike at the time, but because my hair has grown out a lot and is much more wavy and less like straight, and also she has the lined eyebrows, I've gotten an upgrade to a look-alike since then. Here is my other Truly Me number 23. This is June. She was my younger sibling's look-alike doll. We got her in June of 2017, also a birthday gift. Now the difference between her and Charlotte is that June actually has green eyes. They're the eyes of number 64. I did eye swap her blue eyes and the green eyes, so you'll see my custom number 64 basically later on. Her hair is also surprisingly different, even though they're technically the same doll. It's much more like a little more curly and more floofier, and June also has pierced ears while Charlotte does not. And in terms of how she got her name, she is simply named after the month that she was purchased in. Another fun fact is that June and Charlotte are actually cousins, since they were both owned by 2 siblings. This is Claire. She is Truly Me number 39. I got her last January. She was another thrift, but she had barely even been touched, so I was like, you know what? I'll just bring her home. She's super cute, and I'm really glad I did, because she looks cute in so many outfits, and I really like having her. I don't think there was anything in particular that led me into picking the name Claire. I think it just kind of suited her. And Claire is actually Bailey, number 81's cousin, which you will see later on. This is number 55. Her name is Minnie, full name Minnie Orlando. She was also my younger siblings and intended to be another look-alike. She does not look anything like them at all, or even what they look like at the time. She has green eyes and really dark hair, and no one in my family has green eyes or hair that dark. We got her in March of 2018, and she was one of the first dolls we ever got from American Girl Orlando. She got the name Minnie after Minnie Mouse, and then I eventually gave her the last name Orlando because I know it's like a common name, so I just named her after the city that she came from. This here is Maddie, Truly Me number 64. She was the one I mentioned earlier who got an eye swap with June, so as you can see, she's number 64. She just has number 23's blue eyes. The reason why I eye swapped them is because I really wanted to have June in my collection, but I didn't want 2 identical dolls, so I swapped their eyes. And I also kind of wanted number 65 at some point, who looked like Maddie but had just straight hair and blue eyes, but I figured, you know, I'll just give Maddie some blue eyes instead. I think Maddie was the 6th American Girl doll I ever owned. I got her in January of 2017, so right after Gabriella. In terms of how she got her name, I was really obsessed with the name Madeline at the time, so I named her Madeline fully, and then I was never gonna call a doll Madeline all the time, so I just nicknamed her Maddie. Next up is Jade. She is truly me number 66. She was a Christmas gift in 2017. I have no idea what made me want this particular doll, but I have to say, out of any American Girl doll I've owned, she has the softest hair even after all these years. She's one of only 2 dolls that I own that has the permanent underwear, which is a little bit annoying. I also don't really know how she got her name. She does also have a younger sister in my collection, truly me number 82. They look pretty much identical except their hair is styled differently. So you'll meet her younger sister Raina later on. This is Alicia. She is truly me number 69. I got her the same time we did Minnie and one other doll, which you'll meet in a minute. She got her name because it was the name of the girlfriend of a YouTuber I was watching at the time. Now, she is more commonly known as Alicia in my collection, and I believe that was the girl's full name was Alicia, but she was actually nicknamed Alicia, so yeah, really random how she got her name. This doll is truly me number 74, I think. He's one of only 2 boys in my collection, and his name is Luke. So he was also bought at the same time that Alicia and Minnie were. I don't think there really is anything crazy about how he got his name. You know, Luke is a pretty common name. And I swear the only reason that I have any boy dolls is to just add a little bit of drama into the everyday life. This doll is Paisley. She is truly me number 78, I believe. I got her last January. She was also a thrift, and her hair was in pretty rough shape, and it kind of still is. You can see all the flyaways kind of on her head still, and it's not the softest, but I wanted to kind of, you know, give her some help, so I brought her home and fixed her up. Wasn't sure if I was gonna keep her, but then I ended up doing it, even though she looks a lot like Lainey. I'm not sure, again, if there was anything crazy as to about how she got her name. This is Aaliyah. She is truly me number 80, and she's also my newest truly me doll. I got her a couple weeks ago. I bought her from the end of the year sale, so I only got her for $65 from American Girl, and she had been on my wish list for such a long time, so I wanted to grab her before they were completely gone. And her name was also suggested by one of my TikTok viewers. This is Bailey. She is truly me number 81. I got her back in 2021. She's definitely one of my most used dolls. I think she looks good in almost every single outfit. Now, how she got her name, she is actually named after somebody that I sort of know in real life, and she also coincidentally looks a lot like them. This is Raina. She is truly me number 82, and she is Jade's younger sister. Raina is another one of the dolls like Bailey that I use to model a lot of different outfits. She also looks good in just about anything. She has definitely some of the toughest hair on any of my American Girl dolls. I've only ever like thoroughly brushed it maybe 3 times in like the 3 years I've had her. I got her the same time that I did Bailey. She got her name because she actually bore a resemblance to the character from Joss Kendrick, Girl of the Year 2020's story. I believe Joss's older brother was dating a girl named Raina who was a cheerleader, and American Girl used a very similar doll to portray Raina. They just had a different face mold, and the name kind of stuck for me, like with this doll. Like I just couldn't imagine this doll not being named Raina, so I ended up just naming mine Raina. Next up is truly me number 83. I know I've kind of got them going in order here. This doll is named Eevee. That's what she is most known as. She was also a birthday gift back in 2021. She is named after my grandma, who passed away back in 2019, and the person who bought her for me was my grandma's husband. I was really close with my grandma, and for some reason, number 83 just really reminded me of her when she was like younger. I mean, I didn't know my grandma when she was younger, but she just coincidentally looks like my grandma, like when she was younger with like the curly hair. And even though my grandma had blue eyes, her favorite color was green, so because Eevee has green eyes, I don't know, it just suits. And I've also made her personality really akin to things like gardening, which my grandma also did a lot of, and I think this is one of the only dolls my dad knows the name of. Next up is Michaela. She is truly me number 85. I actually got her at Marshall's. I think I only paid $85. She was brand new in the box, but I think she had just, you know, been like a leftover, and because Marshall's is an outlet, it was kind of random to see an American Girl doll there, which I had never seen before, so I was like, you know what, I'll just grab her because this particular doll had already been on my wish list. I don't think there's anything crazy in terms of how she got her name. I think it was just kind of one that just suited her, I guess. Next up is Rarity, Truly Me number 86. I got her back in late 2020, early 2021. She was kind of like a reward for basically completing like my yearly testing and stuff for school. A lot of people ask me if she did get named after the character from My Little Pony. That is where I heard the name, but since, you know, she's a purple hair doll, I was like, well, heck, why not? Let's name her Rarity. This doll right here is Cadence. She is Truly Me number 88. She was an early Christmas gift from my grandma back in the end of 2021. Some fun facts about her is that I like to refer to her hair as cotton candy hair because it's all pink and blue and stuff. And she usually wears outfits from American Girl's Sweet Street collection that came out a few years ago. She's actually wearing some pieces from it right now. They just suit her so well. A lot of people ask me if the name Cadence came from My Little Pony because I have a Rarity too in my Truly Me collection. That is kind of where I heard the name, and I think it just suited her really well. Next is Adrianne. She is Truly Me number 89. I got her for my birthday in 2021, right when she came out. This is kind of her signature look with the added necklace and sunglasses, and this is the outfit that she came in. They were kind of like the first Truly Me dolls to not have just like a standard outfit. It's actually really hard to find any other outfits that match this particular group of dolls, so she's always usually in her little camo outfit here. I don't think there's anything particularly unique about Adrianne's names. One of my longtime friends' moms is named Adrianne or Adrianne. This is Merily. She is Truly Me number 90. So she's the doll with the solid blue hair. It's usually swept up in this braid because it's a little bit difficult to manage when it's down, and she just looks really cute. Again, I have the problem of finding outfits that really match her, so she's usually in kind of her signature little hoodie. I got her alongside Adrianne back for my birthday in 2021. In terms of where her name comes from, I gave her like a really beachy themed name. I believe the name Merily is something related to like oceans. This is Athena. She is Truly Me number 91. So she was the last doll I got with Adrianne and Merily. I gave her the name Athena because I thought it was a unique and pretty name for a really unique and pretty doll. I think she's one of my only dolls, or is my only doll currently, to have the gray eyes. Fun fact, I've also never done anything to her hair, like brushed it or like tried to like restyle it in any way since I've gotten her, so it's basically been like untouched because I just haven't really had to, although I'll probably get around to it at some point here soon. This is Nova. She is Truly Me number 110, and she is the only Truly Me doll I've bought from like the revamp line so far. I have some other ones that I want, but so far she's just the only one I've gotten. I got her June 2023. I just decided to treat myself to her, and I really love the way she looks. I love the blue eyes, the freckles, and the purple, blue, blonde hair. Her full name is actually Novalee, and she got this name from the movie Where the Heart Lies. I'd heard a lot of Novas before, but I had never heard Novalee, but I wanted to keep it short as a nickname, so I just call her Nova, but I really liked Novalee, so that's what I went with. Those are all of my Truly Me dolls. I am bound to get more, I'm sure, in the future because I tend to end up with a lot of random ones. I have a few that are on my wish list and stuff, but we will see. Hopefully you enjoyed hearing some like fun facts about them and like the origins of their names. I've had to get pretty creative because I want them to be unique, but if you do have any middle name suggestions for any of the ones who don't have middle names or last names or whatever, feel free to comment down below because I really like hearing your guys's thoughts and stuff and taking inspiration from you, seeing as 2 of my dolls were actually named by my viewers. So that is it for part 3. Again, make sure you check out part 1 and 2 if you want to see my Girl of the Year and historical collections, and the next part will be the final part where we take a look at all of like my contemporary characters, other random dolls, and then all of like my collector series dolls. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one.